It's the 7th of April 1945, and Klaus Hahn from the infamous Sonderkommando Elbe is hunting for a B-17 to bring it down in the most brutal fashion by ramming the enemy. It's his very first mission, and he's already lost his squadron shortly after takeoff, and it's about to get even worse. He's met head-on by a flight of P-51 Mustangs. The aircraft tear past and turn back to hunt the lone 109. They sweep in from behind, unleashing a torrent of 50 cal bullets. Hahn turns to evade as the Mustangs swarm all over him. As the Bf-109s were meant to be lost in the operation, the aircraft given to the Sonderkommando Elbe are not in top condition, and they only have minimal ammunition. Hahn's plane is especially slow, and he's no idea why. The only option he has is to try and desperately evade, but he just can't shake the Americans from his tail. Outgunned and undertrained, Hahn and his aircraft are peppered with enemy fire. The plane is torn apart piece by piece by the enemy machine guns, while Hahn tries everything to shake the planes from his tail, but it's no use. A barrage rips through the cockpit, striking him square on the arm, just under his shoulder. He doesn't even feel it, as he tries desperately to maneuver, and in the process discovers the throttle is unresponsive. But checking again, he realizes it's not the throttle. His entire arm is not moving. He has to bail. He rolls his Bf-109 over and prepares to jump. But as he does, his unresponsive arm falls limp against the canopy. Flying upside down, he dives away to try and bail safely, rapidly gaining speed as he falls from the heavens. Hahn looks up towards the ground, seeing his own limp arm against the glass. But suddenly, a gap appears in the clouds, revealing a sight that makes his skin crawl. It's a formation of B-17s right underneath him, the bombers he so despises. His fury gives him strength, and he retakes the controls and dives to the attack. His eyes lock on a B-17 in the very center of the formation. His life flashes before his eyes, and he contemplates how he got to this point. How at the age of 17 years old, he saw streams of bomber formations dropping thousands of tons of ordnance upon his home city.
Die Folgen der Bombardierungen, insbesondere tote Frauen, tote Kinder und tote ältere Menschen, haben starke Emotionen ausgelöst. Ich fühlte, dass ich etwas tun musste.
That something was to sign up with Sonderkommando Elbe. As he signed up, he was told the unit was made to bring down the Allied 4-engine bombers with the Bf-109 by ramming without firing a single bullet, and to inflict such heavy casualties that the Allies would be forced to pause bomber attacks, giving the German industry time to build a force of the superior Me-262 jet fighters. Hahn was told that he was not expected to sacrifice his life, but to attack with an escape plan. Klaus breathes what he thinks is his last breath. His Bf-109 speeds up towards the chosen target. He hits right on the tail, and the tail gunner gets thrown back into the waist gunner area. The B-17 is rocked by the strike. In the cockpit, Bud Wentz radios his men.
What happened? Everyone okay? We're all fine, but we just got hit by a fighter. Damage? We have a massive hole in the tail. Vertical stabilizer is all torn up. We're shedding a lot of parts, Captain. Understood.
Wentz realizes he needs to quickly get his fort under control to ensure he doesn't hit any other B-17s in the formation. But when he attempts to use the controls, he finds them completely dead. Elevator and rudder both do nothing. All he has is engine power.
How the hell are we still flying?
Below the formation, Klaus Hahn comes to his senses and finds himself in freefall. He snaps awake with no memory of having escaped his aircraft. Looking down, he realizes he's still very high and reminds himself to wait to pull his parachute until he's at a safe height.
Ich bin am Leben, trotz der geringen Überlebenschancen. Ich habe einen Bomber gerammt. Ich war im freien Fall, bis mehr Sauerstoff verfügbar war. Ich zog den Fallschirm bei etwa 3000 Fuß.
The parachute blossoms, and under the stress of his slowing descent, he drifts out of consciousness. Back in the B-17, Wentz desperately tries to keep his B-17 in the air. No rudder or elevator gives them almost no ability to maneuver, but he isn't about to give up.
We're barely stable. I can't hold formation. We're turning back. Be prepared to jump.
He knows if he's not careful, he'll hit another plane in the formation, but he only has one more way of control remaining: the throttles. By differing the power on each wing, he manages to get the wounded plane to turn slightly left and right.
Red leader, this is Red 4. Took heavy damage leaving the box. Do you copy? Roger that, Red 4. Take care. Red leader out.
But it's no walk in the park. It requires incredible skill. Wentz is focused on the controls as his co-pilot scans the air around them, calling out for nearby planes.
Wentz, watch out! Pull up! Pull up! I can't! I don't have an elevator! That was close.
He manages to carefully extricate himself out of the formation. They get clear from the planes, but now the bigger problem is altitude. With no pitch control, the only thing he can do to control his altitude is change his speed and wait for the aircraft to naturally rise and fall. In an incredible display of airmanship, Wentz and his co-pilot manage to make big, ugly turns and point the crippled B-17 back towards Allied lines, searching desperately for somewhere to land.